I'm Cheyenne Christman. I am here on behalf of the Harness Horse Youth Foundation interviewing Brady Brown. Now, if you don't know who this diamond in the rough is, let me give you a little introduction. Brady Brown is 27 and is from Slippery Rock. He is one of the top 10 drivers here at the Meadows Racetrack and Casino and has made, aka won, over $1 million here in purses. And I just want to say thank you so much for letting me interview you again. If you guys aren't aware,
you're welcome. Thank you.
If you guys aren't aware, I had a little bit of trouble, let's just say that, getting here. But we are here, so we are all good and set and squared away. So let's just get this interview started. Tell me a little bit about yourself and the family business.
I grew up in it. My grandfather and my grandfather's buddy, Bean Callahan, and my dad, they all had horses together, and I just grew up in it and been doing it ever since.
So how old were you when you decided that harness racing was for you?
Boy, probably when I was around 10, because I mean, I've helped my grandfather, my dad out, but then I started helping Steve Schoeffel out when I was around 10 or 11 years old, because he had like 25 head at the time, and I figured if I was going to do it, you know, the more horses you're working with and you're sitting behind, the better you'll be.
So you say that your family and or Steve Schoeffel have given you a pretty decent foundation to harness racing, but you also are now an alumni for the Harness Horse Youth Foundation. Do you mind explaining what the Harness Horse Youth Foundation is and or how it's helped you as a driver?
I think a camp goes for a week. I mean, I was there in 2005, so I'm trying to think of it again off the bat, you know, back of my hand, but they show you the basics, taking care of the horses, getting them ready, trotters and pacers, I mean, from start to finish, you're doing the boots, the harness, the whole 9 yards with them, and and you're taking care of the animal, and to me, it showed me to have a good work ethic. You got to put a lot of work into these race horses, to be successful and do good. So give me a good work ethic.
That's really good. Would you recommend people my age or maybe younger to check out the Harness Horse Youth Foundation?
Oh yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, I think I was 12 when I was there, and I mean, as quick as you can get there, to start, the better off you are. Start young, and you learn something new every day. So
how did you hear about HHYF?
Oof. Well, they were doing the camp here at the Meadows for, I think, quite a while. I mean, and I can't remember how I heard about it, but I was definitely signed up for it as quick as I could, to do it. But I can't remember how I heard about it, though.
Alrighty. So run me through your day as a driver from start to finish.
Well, I work for Steve Schoeffel in the mornings. I help train. I've worked for him since I was 11 years old. Started full-time when I was like 17. When I got out of high school, I started helping him full-time, and I'm still there every day. So I work there in the mornings till about 11, and then I come down here and race, and when I'm done here, I head home, and I stop at the barn on my way home and feed horses. So
how many miles would you say you put on your vehicle a day? Because I know you told me before that you have a 50-minute drive from your home here to the Meadows, and I know you drive at Northfield on occasion as well.
Yeah, sometimes I'll go to Northfield if Steve puts some horses in up there, or if we're not racing here, I'll try to run up there if I can. If I do the whole Northfield trip, I mean here and then Northfield afterwards and then back home, it's 200 something miles, but it's 100 something miles every day just running down here back and forth. Wow. From the Meadows back home. That's
a lot of miles.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So my question for you is, how long do your vehicles last before you have to get a new one?
Well, knock on wood. This car I have right now, it's going on to 2 years, and I already got 76,000 miles on it, and it's been a good car so far.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Alrighty, so now as a driver, I know you guys look at the program at least once or more a day. Do you guys look at driver stats at all?
I mean, I'll look at them sometimes. I don't have the greatest UDRS. I've never really paid attention to it that much, but I mean, I look at some, and especially my own too, just to see where I'm at with the other guys that that are been doing it longer than me, seeing if I'm keeping up with them. But yeah, I look at it every once in a while.
Alrighty, so I heard that your grandfather's nickname is Robert Brownie Brown. Do you have a nickname, and where did it come from?
Well, downtown Brady Brown. Evan Paddock gave it to me probably about 3 years ago because I was getting long shots home. You know, when I'd win with a long shot or something, you know, downtown Brady Brown. Evan Paddock gave me that nickname. But a lot of people call me Downtown Brown or B or BB, one of the two.
So how does it feel when you win with a horse like that? Did you get? It's just basically the longest shot on the board. It's like nobody has faith in you, and you just basically prove everybody wrong.
I mean, I feel the same way, you know, winning with one that's bet off the board, you know. I mean, it's just a thrill to me altogether. But, you know, like I said before, if you're in the right spot with a long shot and everything works out, you know, they can race just as good as a favorite.
So there's a lot of drivers here. Have you had any that you have learned from and or admire the most?
There's two, Aaron Merriman and Tony Hall. You know, I admire them two really well. I mean, if I drive a horse bad or something, or you know, if I'm just missing something on a horse that they've been driving, I'll ask them and they'll help me out. You know, always go to them two for advice.
I would have to agree to that as well. I go and talk to Aaron like all the time.
Yep,
He's great.
Yep, good guy.
So, who do you think are the top 5 drivers of all time in the sport?
Here or just everywhere?
Just everywhere.
Everywhere?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I mean, you got Dave Pallone. You got Dave Pallone, Aaron Merriman, Tony Hall's up there for me, and Andy Miller, and Roger Hammer.
Roger Hammer's the man.
Roger Hammer.
I definitely a fan favorite for me too.
Yep.
And all right, so this is my last question for you. That's harness racing based, and then we'll get to some fun ones.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself as a driver in 10 years?
10 years?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully still driving. You know, hopefully I can just keep doing what I do every day. You know, just keep racing horses, and I mean, the way everything's going right now, I'm fine with it. And I mean, if it's still going the same way it is 10 years from now, I'll be just happy.
What is a dream drive for you? What is the biggest race you want to be in the future?
In the future?
Yes.
Probably Hamiltonian.
I would agree with that as well.
Yeah, Hamiltonian.
That'd be cool. All right, so now we're going to move on to some fun questions. I know a lot of the drivers, you guys get asked the same questions over and over and over again, and it gets a little boring. I'm not going to lie. I feel the same way. I've watched too many interviews, and I'm like, we got to add some spice to this, all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so my first one for you is that I heard that you're into some wild westerns. What is your favorite movie or TV show?
Oh, TV show is Yellowstone, and probably one of my favorite Western movies is Unforgiven. Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood's a legend for sure. A lot of movies,
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so do you have any celebrity crushes?
Not really.
No celebrity crushes?
No celebrity crushes.
Okay. How about hidden talents? You got any of those?
Hidden talents?
Yes.
Nothing.
I can pick up things with my feet.
You can pick things up at your feet?
Yes.
No, I don't have any hidden talents.
Oh, oh poor Brady. All right. So when you aren't driving, what do you do in your free time?
You know, usually I'm at the barn working. You know, I try catching up on some things at the barns. You know, maybe getting some harnesses ready. And other than that, you know, relaxing at home or hanging out with my two buddies, Sean Johnston and Aaron Johnston. You know, usually I'll go down and hang out with them on the weekends, but that's about it.
All right, so if you could meet anybody dead or alive, who would it be?
Clint Eastwood.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood.
I would agree with that one. That one's awesome. Favorite Clint Eastwood line?
Oh, boy. I can't say it. It's from one movie, I can't say it. I mean, no, I can't do it. Because I don't think it'll pass on this video. So we'll just go with that. I can't say it.
All right. If you had a valet for a day, who would handle your bike and colors?
Roger Hammer.
Nice.
If anybody knows Roger Hammer, it would definitely be worth it.
100%. There's this old video where a horse's line broke, and basically he got on top of the horse and stuck his fingers through and stopped the horse himself. That That was insane.
Yeah,
Just an
it was
absolute
here.
legendary move for sure.
Yeah, it was here. I asked him about it too. I said, how'd you get up on its back? He says, well, in them days, you know, the older race bikes, he says, you sat closer to him. He says, so all I had to do was walk up the shaft and jump. He's like, I was right on his back.
Wow.
It was wild.
So my last question for you is, what is a quote you live by?
Every day's a new day.
Awesome.
Every day's a new day.
Awesome. Alrighty, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little interview with Brady Brown, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
So actually, that is not the end of this video. I went around and asked some of the drivers and trainers about their thoughts on Brady Brown, and here's the footage I got.
Well, I've known Brady ever since he started driving horses, and he's got a good teacher in Steve Schoeffel. He gave him a lot of insight and how to drive and what to do, and Brady come up the right way. I will say that by racing at the PA fairs and getting his groundwork in there and then doing his homework and coming here and getting his roots started, and he's going to develop into a good driver for us here at the Meadows.
I think that Brady Brown is a good driver. I think he puts horses in good position. He's good to drive with. Usually he's the type of guy that if you work with him on the track, he'll work with you as far as giving holes and working out there together. So that's good. He's a good driver. I like driving with him.
Man, Brady's been, he's been fun to watch. He came out of the fair circuit, and he really, he's really committed himself to being, not just a good driver, but a really good driver. He's really developed a way of handling horses where they're not beat up, and I think that's he says a lot about how he's matured, a lot past his years. He does get a lot of work here, and he takes advantage of it. He rightfully so gets it. So, he's been fun to watch, along with, his brother-in-law, Chris.
He's one of my favorite young drivers. He probably is my favorite younger driver. And this is nationally or internationally. He handles the horse fantastically. He's got a great attitude, great work ethic. He works in the morning. He comes here and races all day. The ability to take criticism, from his elder statesmen is probably unsurpassed. He's always wanting to learn every single race. He gets the horse to go. He handles the horse well. So I really can't say enough about his driving and his person. It's not about driving all the way. I'm a big fan of his, and I'm sure people know that. Like I said, I don't think there's anybody better that adapts more, and to start off in a driving colony like this at the Meadows says a lot for him.
I like using Brady as a driver because mainly he started at the fairs, so he can drive almost any kind of horse you put him behind. If the horse he gets up behind, he's comfortable with him. He doesn't really scare him at all, or he's not intimidated by one that's bad gated. And I've seen him mature a lot in the last 3 years. I've been out here at 7 now and used him. He went an open trot for me early on, and he's matured a lot each year. So that's why I like him.
Brady Brown, I've been here through his whole career. He's a young driver that I think is really going to go places. He knows how to read a horse well, and he's a great driver to compete against. Safe, does everything right so far, so I think he has a big future.
Yeah, you're on. I can hear you.
Okay, is it rolling?
Yeah, it's rolling.
Okay.
Okay, so give me your thoughts on Brady Brown.
Is this too close?
Yes.
My thoughts on Brady Brown, he has orange colors.
Positive about his driving smart one.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I like Brady Brown's driving skills.
Add more.
Oh, add more to it.
We're here kind of early.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, for you. That's impressive.
Brady's over here. I don't want to say that.
He'll be fine. Actually, I have it written down this time, so I don't forget
There you go.
anything. We're smart.
I'm just winging it.
Unreal.
He'll get over
Can I
it.
have your autograph later?